Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're talking about the SNAP benefits and a whole lot more. So if you want to know what's going on in the world of SNAP, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the subscribe button down below and you're in, just like and while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content. Now, guys, you can try out Amazon Prime for free by clicking the link down in the description box. I'll put it in the cards as well as the pinned comment. You try it out, you sign up. You don't have to put your credit card information. Absolutely free and get your items to you within the next 24 to 48 hours. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump in. Another day, another SNAP decision. So, guys, the Trump administration indicated today that they will begin withholding SNAP benefits from recipients in most Democratic-led states starting next week, after the states refused to provide the Agriculture Department with the data, including recipient names and immigration statuses. So if you watched my video yesterday, I talked about how that the administration wanted to go ahead and remove people from SNAP benefits who were technically legal citizens of the United States, where the Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said in a cabinet meeting today that 29 Republican-led states have compiled, but 21 states, including like California, New York, Minnesota, all have refused to provide the data, which was requested in February. She said that her department requested this information to root out fraud. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect American taxpayer dollars. Now, I think this is wrong on so many levels. This will stop people who don't have anything to do with it, right? You guys are now being a pawn in the scheme of politics and SNAP. I know that the New York governor had asked the question today on X, why is the Trump administration so hell-bent on people going hungry? So the 21 states, including like DC, remember, they have sued the administration to block this data requirement this year. The attorney generals argued that the demand was part of a campaign by the administration to amass Americans' sensitive personal data, misuse of data for unauthorized purposes, citing agreements by the IRS and the Department of Health and Human Services to share data with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So as of right now, the states that may not be getting their benefits next week is like California, New York, Minnesota, Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico. So make sure you guys are budgeting. As of right now, I told you this is going to be an uphill battle with SNAP. Just because we got through the government shutdown does not mean that SNAP is off the shit list, okay? It is still definitely on the list. All right, guys, and I told you it's just getting really nasty and yucky between the states and the USDA and the administration. I know, like in New Mexico, members of the congressional delegation wrote a letter today to the USDA stating that they wanted full and immediate reimbursement of the $30 million that they sent in November to pay for food assistance. So during the shutdown, when the administration would not pay at all, New Mexico covered $30 million to pay 10 days worth of SNAP for its residents. And that came from the state's appropriation contingency fund, which the governor can draw from anytime to help pay for emergencies. So New Mexico did the right thing, correct? Well, today they sent a letter and they stated that pretty much the administration did what the federal government would not. They gave money for their children, their seniors, people with disabilities. They kept them fed, and no state should have to raid their own budgets to fix this problem that the administration created. The letter cited that the funding bill be reopened by the government and pretty much that they should pay for it. Now, the USDA had put out in late October that they would not pay states back for any funding that they use for SNAP benefits. There is no provision or allowance under current law for states to cover the cost of benefits and be reimbursed. So, guys, this is what I'm stating. Like, now they're pulling money, they're pulling funds every which way. And let's not even get into the work requirements, but we're going to talk about that because some states are applying for waivers as well. You guys know, as part of the big, beautiful bill that came out in July, more Americans are required now to prove that they have a job in order to receive food assistance. So the previous age cutoff was 54, but now Americans up to the age of 64 must show proof that they are either employed, volunteering, or participating in 80 hours of job training per month to receive SNAP benefits. So pretty much 20 hours per week. Other previously exempt groups are like veterans, refugees, people that are homeless or pregnant. You must now provide that documentation. And so a lot of governors, especially red state governors, are saying we need to encourage individuals on SNAP to get back to work and onto a path of becoming self-sufficient. That's what it's for, not relying on federal government for assistance. First is going to be the new applicants, then the program participants after. So pretty much for those that are applying for SNAP benefits, you will have to abide by, and then they're going through and the participants that are on the program. This has opened the door that SNAP could cease to end or exist as a program in the states if we do not allocate some of the fund matching requirements. So if there's a focus on waste, fraud, and abuse with these programs, that focus should be large, organized crime, stealing benefits from individual beneficiaries. So like I told you guys, every day there's something new when it comes to SNAP. Don't think just because the shutdown that was the end all be all. No, for some reason, SNAP is definitely on the chopping block one way or another. And it seems like if states won't comply with what the administration wants, then they're just going to withhold benefits. So each month, you never know if you're going to get your benefits or not. All right, guys. And if you're unaware, after a long awaited time, the home heating aid is finally headed to states after the Department of Health and Human Services released a major round of Liheap funding. Now, this had required so many senators, actually 28 senators, impressing DHS to go ahead and move the money and secure like a $20 million increase. So Liheap does provide funding and vital relief to thousands of people, helping them avoid the constant worry of having to choose between heating their homes and covering basic necessities. And so I'm not sure if you guys know this, but the funds were released to the states, and I would say to go ahead and apply as soon as possible because it's only limited funding. We don't know what this administration may do as well. And we all know that home heating costs are projected to rise nearly 80% nationwide this winter as well. So the application eligibility is based on like your income, family size, and available resources. But most applicants that fall below the 150% of federal poverty guidelines or 60% of the state median income, you should be able to go ahead and apply. And it is open to eligible households like seniors, residents, those that receive SSDI, SSI as well. But remember, the funding is only available through 2026 spring or until it runs out or until the administration changes their mind. So make sure you apply. You can also dial 211 and they can help you with it as well. But anyways, that's all we have, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, grab you some Amazon Prime, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.